Hello and welcome. My name is Kate Griffiths from Whole Self Leadership, and I'm coming on today because I want to talk to you about the two colours that are coming up for me at the moment and make more sense of them for you, because it helps to make sense of what's going on in our reality. So the two colours are blue or raw blue and pink. So I'm going to show you a bottle that came up first, and that's this one. So you look at that sort of pale blue over a raw blue or indigo. How does that make you feel? What comes up for you? What words or memories or associations do you have with that bottle? It's called the moon bottle, and it feels really relevant to have that as we've got a third quarter moon at the moment, before the new moon coming up on about the 10th of July. And there's something very deep and mysterious about it, and we associate in colour mirrors the colour indigo with intuition. But it's in that lower fraction of the bottle, which means it could be hidden from you. You might not be seeing your own intuitiveness at play at the minute. And if you remember all the sort of pictures of Mary Magdalene from years ago, she's often wearing a blue cloak or blue headscarf, and so there is an association with her. So there's a deep connection to the feminine and a sort of sense of protection that you get with this bottle too. So those are some of the things coming up, and I was drawn to that colour because I did something quite unusual today. I went on a workshop which was led by one of my wonderful clients, and it was truly amazing. And we were doing collage, but in a very unconscious way, connecting to a deeper part of ourselves. And as she had prepared for the workshop, the colour that she was drawn to was blue, which is why I got that bottle, because it immediately made me think of it. And then a bit later on, about 10 minutes in, we were asked to pick a spritzer if we had one that we wanted to work with. And the one that I went to was that one, which, as you can see, is sort of pink, corally pink. So as you look at that, how does that make you feel? What comes up for you? Let yourself notice it and drink it in, because it's a message for you. It is simply called rose pink, and it often comes up when we've got sort of emotional trauma to heal, particularly a connection to a mother figure or a mum. And so I used it, and one of the things I noticed was actually how much people were releasing emotions during the workshop. So it's really powerful stuff. And then I was reminded of that at the heart of all of this is deep creativity and play, something that's really important to all of us. And if you think about it, it's how we learn when we're children, by playing with others, by playing with objects and working out how they work. And that's a whole part of our early years, both at school and before school. And then it slowly kind of doesn't get beaten out of us, but it all becomes very serious and we have to get into the world of work. And yet, in our essence, there is something very playful, which brought me to this essence or spritzer, which, as you can see, is definitely blue, and that's called Dolphin. And interestingly, one of the people in the workshop chose that spritzer as their very first spritzer. And it's, represents fun and play. You think about dolphins, they play in the waves and they laugh, and they're really intelligent beings. And that's a part of who we are as well. And when we're at play, amazing things can happen. And I want to give you a taste of that. I can't show you my collages because they're massive and they won't fit on the screen. However, I did something very similar recently using acrylic painting, with the subconscious, and I created this, which again has much of the same colours, the pink, blue and indigo in it. And when I looked at it, it reminded me of, it's a little bit of everything, and it's about play. And play happens when we get messy and we get into the sandbox in a way. So it felt really important to share that with you. And then I was remembering that when I qualified as a colour practitioner, I was gifted a special bottle, and that was indigo and pink, and it's really about the connection to the Essenes, which is the kind of the pink piece. We associate the colour pink with the Essenes, and we associate love with the Essenes, and that seems to be the key message recently that's coming through, that love is the way, love is the path that takes us, helps us to find our way back to wholeness, because we are whole, but we may have forgotten that, and that's who we are at our essence, and love can help us reconnect with that, which is an amazing thing to be aware of. So I was reminded of that, and the fact that pink and blue together are the colours of the teacher, and they were the colours of the bottle that I chose. So if you're drawn to pink and blue, it could be that you're on the way to mastery yourself. And how amazing is that? And that maybe the way through is through with love and play. But we have this bottle in our system, which looks kind of pink and indigo. It's actually coral, and it's the 17 bottle. And interestingly, I started this video at 1717. No coincidences there. And for me, these colours, I mean, it's called the star or the wish, and it's about, thinking, being careful what you wish for and being thoughtful about that. But I think there's a deeper meaning, and that it's linked to Chiron, the wounded healer. And it's reminding us that we're all wounded. We all have wounds. We all have things that don't work for us, and that, pieces come up, unresolved trauma for us to look at and heal. And actually working with collage and acrylic paint in an unconscious way helps us tap into those deep reservoirs within us. So I totally recommend it as a way in, and it's definitely something that I'm going to be bringing into my programs in the autumn. And the colour coral also reminds us of the fragility of life, and how we really need to find a way to be okay with that, to be okay with our vulnerable selves, because that's part of being connected, and it makes it more real and raw. So I hope you found that helpful, and that gives you some guidance on the way ahead. And please do reach out, and if you haven't, subscribe, and feel free to share this video with others in your network. Hoping you have a wonder-filled weekend and week ahead, and I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Bye for now.